The bright lights of Hollywood bring out the shining stars for exciting Matadors boxing. LA versus Russia, Cold War 2.0 starts now.
From the Music Box in Hollywood, California, Fox Sports West presents the World Series of Boxing. As tonight, the Los Angeles Matadors host the Moscow Dynamo from Russia. What is the World Series of Boxing? There are 12 teams from all over the globe spanning 3 continents. There are 10 matches for each team. The top 8 teams will go to the playoffs. Each night, there are 5 bouts and 5 weight classes. This is the only pro boxing league where the fighters maintain Olympic eligibility. Hello, everybody. I'm Alan Massengale with Hall of Fame trainer Joe Goosen. Tonight, this event is being billed as Cold War 2.0, and it brings back memories of when the Russians and the Americans were great rivals in hockey, basketball, and yes, boxing. And you get the feeling there's still a bit of that in the atmosphere, Joe.
Well, we saw that. It was very evident at the weigh-in. There was a lot of tension. No handshaking, no glad-handing, no backslapping. It was, these guys are out, they're very serious, and they're out for blood, I've got to tell you.
David Amosri from Long Beach is our heavyweight headliner tonight. He finished last year ranked number 3 in the World Series of Boxing and felt he should have gone to the World Championships except for what they called a controversial loss.
That was no loss, Al. That was a draw. Unfortunately, he didn't get to go to the World Series of Boxing, but to me, he's actually 5-0-1, not 5-1. And he really resents it, and I think he wants to reprove himself tonight.
He's taking on a young man we'll know a lot about after tonight, Vitaly Kudakov, who speaks pretty good English, and he was very confident in what he had to say in English.
One of the few guys on the team that spoke English. He's only 22 years old, like you said. He's got 117 fights. Of course, he said he only had 2 losses. That would mean he has an exceptional record, one I've never heard of before. But is the reigning Russian silver medalist in the championship. So I think he might be a heck of a fighter.
When we get started tonight, we'll begin with the Bam Bam division, as we call it, the bantamweights. And we got some youngsters here. Edwin, the Hitman Sandoval, just 18 from Bakersfield, taking on Vladimir Nikitin from Russia, 21 years old. You see they're dead even in height. So let's get started.
First round scheduled for 5. They get right into it here. In the blue trunks, Vladimir Nikitin for the Dynamo. And Sandoval, who his first time out this year over in Italy, was beaten by a 28-year-old European world champion. So he's out to get his first victory here in the World Series of Boxing. They're going to be on top of one another the whole time.
Well, this is what Nikitin said in the fighter meetings. He said he has an attacking style, and his favorite punch is the left hook. And I saw him land that just a few seconds ago, and he landed on Sandoval, and Sandoval held on afterwards.
Young man out of Bakersfield, they think highly of him. An amateur record of 68-11. Sandoval's in the black trunks with the gold tail. Nikitin's got him up against the ropes real quick. Nikitin's all over him, and here we go, a little wrestling match.
Well, Sandoval got caught with the left hook on the ropes there, came out holding for his life because he didn't want to get hit with successive back-to-back hooks. Boy, Nikitin is really roughing him up with the forearms and elbows right now.
I told the kids at the weigh-in to expect a little bit of rough housing, and we've seen in the early part of this round already. Look at that.
Well, you can see Nikitin's out for blood. He's got a look in his eye like he is just wants to destroy Sandoval, and he's having a pretty good run right now.
Right hand over the top from Nikitin. Oh, left hand got in there that time.
No punching.
See, Nikitin's not going to be held by Sandoval.
What I tell you.
See, Nikitin's not going to let Sandoval get a hold of him. He's putting those forearms out and pushing him off of him before he can grab his body.
Nikitin gets Sandoval back in the corner, back in the red corner.
See, Nikitin's using that forearm underneath the chin, keeping the head off. You can keep the head off of you, you can keep the body off of you, Al.
Quick pace first round. Nikitin almost throwing blindly over the top there, Joe.
Well,
I mean, he's just all aggression.
That's a drop right hand. You take your head out of the way of the counter right hand by dropping your head low and bringing your right hand over the top. That's what Nikitin's doing. Looks like a blind punch, but he knows where it's going.
Seems like Sandoval settling down a little bit here, realizing what's coming at him. He's got to be smart on his counters. He got hit with a right hand right there. Final seconds of round one. See a little mark on the left eye of Nikitin, Vladimir Nikitin. Roster for the Russian team tonight as we go to our Google map as they come a long way from Moscow. Vladimir Nikitin, the bantamweight, amateur record 15-2, a bronze 3 times in the Russian National Championships. Adlan Abdusarov, Vitaly Batarenka will fight in the middleweight division. He's from Belarus. Daniel Shved, the light heavyweight, he's 27 years old, great amateur record. And the guy we talked about earlier, Vitaly Kudikov, the heavyweight, an international amateur record of 30-5, and he's had many more fights than that. 3-time bronze medalist, you're looking in the corner of Nikitin at the Russian National Championships, last 3 years running. The Moscow team was completely revamped from a year ago. The team they had was awful, and they knew it. And the Russian pride took over. And now they're run by Dynamo in association with the Russian Boxing Federation. Joe, this team is 2-0 in matches this year. They've won all 10 of their individual matches. That's what the Matadors are up against, and specifically Edwin Sandoval right now.
Well, you can see why. They're well-schooled, they're well-trained, and this kid Nikitin looks like he's in shape. He doesn't look like he's going to slow down at all here.
I guess for good measure, just threw a sneaky little right hook. Got a right hand in there, coming straight in, boring straight in on Sandoval.
Pat Russell, the referee, is giving a warning to Nikitin for hitting on the break there. He threw a right uppercut when he was breaking these two.
Scheduled for 5 rounds each fight. 5 rounds, 3-minute rounds. Right hand over there, got Sandoval.
Nikitin's having a hard time missing Sandoval right now. Sandoval's really got to do something to turn this around. He's down a round and a half already now, bleeding from the nose, and he's really fighting for his life. And he's not being accurate with his punches.
The fighter gets a little wobbly. He won't be as accurate. Nikitin's got a wicked right hand, Joe, that he just keeps firing.
He's really overwhelming Sandoval right now. I know if Sandoval could get some distance, have the guy cooperate with him a little bit, he'd probably look darn good. But right now, Nikitin's so close to him, so much pressure, it's hard to get his style working.
At the midway point of round number 2, it's just bombs away from Nikitin.
He is just getting mauled by Nikitin right now, Sandoval. He really doesn't have an answer yet. He's going to start using a jab and hitting that body more. When the guy's swinging for the fences like Nikitin, go to that body. He's usually open downstairs.
That's a good, there you go, Joe. Good call.
He's got to start doing more than Sandoval. Sandoval's got a good chin because he took some big right hands last round and this round. He's standing up there. Sometimes you get used to getting hit, and the chin starts working better later on in the fight.
Excellent point. Sandoval just got that jab right in there, but going downstairs.
Whoa, let him out. Watch out, watch out. Don't hold him inside.
It's the best way to slow someone down.
He just did it with his right hand left hook.
Sandoval coming to his own a little bit here. Another left hook right there. Nikitin's got one gear and it's forward. Straight in fighter. Sort of what we expected, Joe, coming into this as we close out round 2, final seconds coming up. Talk about fast and sure. In the back of the head there.
1 point for punching when he's down.
This took a point away. That's huge.
Well, I thought Nikitin held up on that punch.
Joe, he's been casting all over him about other things now. Maybe just a combination we talk about.
You're right. He's really, the kid's been using Hopada's house tactics that aren't normally allowed. But let's take a look at Nikitin. He's got a shot at him landing some of those big bombs. There's Sandoval on the ropes. Nikitin is that right hand. He's having a hard time missing that fight. In fact, any of his power punches he's having a hard time missing. There it is again. Sandoval dips down.
Back of the head.
Flips him on the side of the head, which is legal. The side of the head is legal.
But there's been a lot of garbage coming out of the Russian fighter. Maybe Pat just said that's enough. We shall see. That's a big point, though. Round 3 scheduled for 5 for the Music Box in Hollywood. Glad you're with us. This fight was not disappointed from an action standpoint.
This is about the 3rd time they've banged heads. You know,
right hand, big right hand.
You see Sandoval moving in with his head like that. That's very dangerous for both guys. Good uppercut right hand by Sandoval. Now he's starting to use some lateral movement, which he really has to do, Al, to keep this kid off of it.
Got blood out of the right eye of Nikitin. Nikitin, after losing that point, has come out with effective force in round number 3. He just threw it up. Here comes Sandoval, came back with the right hand. Nikitin counters. Not a lot of strategy here. They're just throwing.
Another headbutt there as they both bow down in front of each other. This is why they're already cut.
Brutal fight
right there. There's a lot of head movement in there.
Downstairs goes Sandoval. Right on the hip bone. Then a good right hand coming out.
Sandoval's going a lot with the right hand of the body. He's going to switch up to the left hook where the liver is on the left side and punch that, and he'll be much better off to slow him down.
Round 3 scheduled for 5. The Russian Nikitin in the blue trunks. Sandoval, the LA Matador in the black trunks with the gold trim. And it has been nonstop.
Free up those hands, free them up.
See, Nikitin's starting to get a little bit sloppy. If he slows down just a touch to allow Sandoval to get back into this game and start boxing a little bit, he'll even this game, he'll even the fight up.
Basically, that point was deducted in round 2.
Let him out.
Sandoval's shown a great learning curve since that first fight in Italy. Oh, now he's hitting when he's down.
That was no knockdown.
No knockdown.
It was a slip. Good call by Pat Russell there. Perfect call.
There's another one.
But Pat Russell is taking a point.
Another point away.
Nikitin hit him while he was down, legitimately down this time.
I tell you what, Pat Russell has laid down the law to Nikitin.
Well, they're fighting under the California Commission professional rules now, and there's certain things you cannot do, and that's one of them. It's one of the big no-nos of boxing, hitting the guy when he's down.
Now Sandoval, Joe, with 2 points taken away in the first 3 rounds, he's got to be smart. Manny's got to tell him over in the corner. Nikitin's not going to let up. He's got a bad right eye. He's got a cut inside the eye there, Joe Nikitin.
Boy, they are really running and clashing against each other. Sometimes accidental, sometimes it looks like force. But I got to tell you, this is what happens when you take those headgears off, Al. You're not used to fighting without a headgear. You're used to those training wheels.
Final seconds of round 3. I'll say all the wheels are coming off of this fight, Joe. Just who is the young man from Bakersfield who's survived this onslaught so far? Here's Edwin Sandoval.
Well, I got to tell you, Sandoval is
boxing is an art. It's the way I express myself. Everybody thinks I'm too young, and I've been working hard my whole life to be here. I'm ready to prove myself. I want to put a statement tonight. throw one punch, I throw 6. I'm gonna get you. Edwin El Sicario Sandoval, the hitman.
We're going to be going to round number 4. Manny Rivers is moving with Sandoval over in the corner, trying to tell him to keep his head. I mean, the Russian is certainly paying the price under the California rules here, because he's got 2 points deducted. This is only a 5-round fight. They meet the center of the ring once again, round number 4.
Sandoval needs to legitimately win this round by boxing. As you can see, he's on his toes a little bit more, moving laterally. He needs to box Nikitin.
Throwing the jab out there, came out with a good right hand.
Don't want to get stuck on the ropes. That's been his downfall all night.
Good body shot from Sandoval.
Free up those hands, free him up. Stop.
Right hands are good to the body, but there's nothing like a left hook to the liver, Al, and that's what he's really not using. Good right hand.
He's got Nikitin frustrated here now. He's doing what they wanted him to do. Is a little more boxing, a little more style. He got bull rushed the first 2 rounds and more tactical here, Joe, with Sandoval. Watch out for the heads, as Joe's been pointing out.
Another big flash of heads just seconds ago. But Sandoval's moving better. Nikitin just landed a good right hand, but once Sandoval gets the ropes out, he's got to spin off and get back to the center of the ring. He's going to get bullied here and then pummeled. Like that.
That's a big right hand and just staggered. He's hurt. Sandoval just got clocked right on top of us here.
He wobbled momentarily, but he got his legs back underneath him. He looks like he's, he's back. But boy, that was a big right hand he got hit by.
And right in the spot he didn't want to be in, and you saw it coming when he's on the rope. Right there. Every time he gets fire, that's right. Every time he gets pushed to the ropes, he gets
Stop punching, don't leave. Take a step back.
Beat up, and he's lucky he's got those 2 points that would be got from Nikitin going for him, or else this would be all Nikitin.
Let him go. Watch your hands. Right.
Coming up in the final minute in round number 4. Our fight scheduled for 5, and what we've learned in the World Series of Boxing is hardly any time as a spectator to blink.
Well, if Sandoval would follow up with a left hook to the body after that right hand, he'd be doing the right thing. He's just not. He's throwing 1 punch at a time, and it's not going to cut it.
He needs to get out of that red corner. Sandoval trying to walk Nikitin back toward the center of the ring. What a brutal fight for both ends.
You got to remember, Nikitin from Russia has over 200 fights out. This is, Sandoval has around 75 fights, so there's a big disparity in how many fights and the experience factor here. It's really showing.
As I pointed out, Nikitin, these fighters, the product of the Boxing Federation of Russia. They have great support at a very early age.
I got a number.
We've got a glance inside the Russian corner over here. Manny, as we take a look at the clash of heads that Joe Grisham's been talking about, they have frequently so far.
That's one of the more tame headbutts there. They've really come at each other more than a half a dozen times head on. But these are kind of accidental headbutts from all the maneuvering on the inside. But there have been some real blatant ones. That's the reason why Nikitin's cut. And Sandoval's got a bloody nose. Not to mention the punches they did. They've done a good job on the cut of Nikitin's corner to stop all the good.
Joe, I know it's complicated, but I'm going to get you after we get this match started. I'm going to get you scoring. It's kind of the 2 points away. It's going to be a tough one to do the math on.
Let's go. Let's go. Come here.
Well,
Come here. Come here. Come here. Touch gloves. Touch gloves. Now box.
okay, round 5. They just touched gloves. Joe, you got your guess as to how this is going after 4?
I believe, even with the points taken away from Nikitin, he was already winning those rounds. All that could do with professional scoring is make it an even round. And he's obviously won the rounds that he was not having points deducted. So he's going to win the fight unless he gets knocked out.
Watch your elbows.
That's important. Remember, it's a 10-point less system. There's fights to go 9-9.
All right, let him out, let him out. I got him. Watch your elbow. Take a step.
Spinning off the ropes like they all like. Fortunately, Sandoval learned a big lesson tonight. Stay off the ropes against a pressure fighter.
That's where they want you, in the pressure fighter, to get you back against those ropes. Remember, he's just 18 years old, Sandoval. Not as much experience.
All right, let him out, let him out.
Definitely doesn't have the international experience that somebody like
Nikitin come up through the Russian Federation. And you have to face it, the Russian amateur program is far advanced in their American amateur program by a long shot.
Free hands.
But he's holding his own in there. Certainly not embarrassed by his
I got to stop.
I was just thinking now that if Sandoval really had a more of a boxer in there like himself, you'd probably see much more of the skills, and he'd probably look like a much different fighter. Nikitin is almost impossible to deal with this type of stuff. He's on there like a soup sandwich. You can't get rid of him.
All right, you're holding him. Stop holding him.
Pull your head down, put his forearm under your chin, punch while you're holding on to him. He's an incredible fighter.
Sandoval still trying to throw here a little bit. The final minute of round number 5. High pressure, bantamweight fight to start the night off in the Music Box in Hollywood, California. I mean, what more could you want?
Stop!
Besides a
Nikitin to give him another
forearm in the face.
Forearm in the face. He's pulled it all out.
I got it.
So he'll push down on your back. He'll push up on your chin. He's a real rough customer.
Well, it's not a ballet in there, is it? That nice left hand is connected to Nikitin.
Ducking your head. Free up those hands. Free him up. You don't need me.
Didn't really need to.
Free him up.
Well, he found a sweet spot for his right hand. It's a much easier punch to land.
All right, I got it. Stop. Whoa. Stop. Step out. Box.
Good left hook, good right uppercut.
Right at the end.
Let the hands out. Watch your heads.
Sandoval trying to steal his final round. Good right hand right there. Wow, all the way to the end. They're still throwing. We'll be back with a decision right after this.
Are you kidding? I've run out of points.
What do you mean? Nikitin had the points taken away from him.
Probably wondering where anyway.
You ready? You ready? Yes.
We are back at the music box awaiting the decision. Let's get it right up now to our ring announcer, Michael Vale.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of boxing action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Sergio Caiz scores the bout 47-46. He has it for Sandoval. Judge David Mendoza scores the bout 48-45. He has it for Nikitin. And Judge Pat Conley scores the bout 47-46. For your winner by split decision, Edwin Sandoval.
That's a happy young man, John. We got one judge for Nikitin had it 48-45, which means he basically had it because he lost 2 points. He had all 5 rounds for Nikitin. Let's take a look at some of the highlights, Joe.
Let's go to a couple of highlights before I respond to that.
Okay.
Nice jab by Sandoval, but gets quickly countered by a left hook, and then he counters the left hook with the right hand in the air. There's a little flurry at the end where they went above and beyond. The bell's already rung here, and they're still throwing punches. And of course, the last one by Nikitin.
Well, coming right up, we're going to go to an Olympian fighting the Matadors. Raynell Williams versus Adlan Abdurashidov of Russia. Hurry back.